Hey, it's Anna Runyon here today, and today I have with us Lape Soetan, who is the love coach, and I'm really excited to ask her a few questions. So thanks so much for being here, Lape.
Thank you for having me, and I'm happy to be
Definitely.
here.
Yes, we love having you as a CRP member. So I would love to hear a little bit about where you are right now in your business journey.
Okay, right now I'm at the side hustle stage because I have a full-time day job, and I'm building my business on the side. So I'm looking to take it from side hustle to something that I'll be doing full-time.
Awesome. We love that. And so what were kind of like your fears when you like even now or when you were just starting like of starting a business on the side of your day job?
Um, I think, well, starting, I didn't really have any fears about starting. I just wanted to start. But then it now became a case of, is this thing even go? It wasn't so much fear as doubt. Like, is this thing even going to work anyway? Am I ever going to make this thing full time? Am I just wasting my time? Things like that. And those fears are the ones I had when I first started, and they're still the ones that I have now. So some
Mhm.
things don't change, but I'm hoping to change that.
Yeah. And you're in Nigeria too. So you're like
Yeah, yeah,
I remember you saying too that there was you were worried about like the market in Nigeria and going international and stuff
yeah.
like that too.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm,
So a lot of that stuff.
yeah.
So what were you thinking kind of like before you joined CRP?
Um, I really just wanted support from business women, but also help from um, a business person who I trusted, a business person who had started her business on the side while maintaining her full-time job, and then now made the side hustle her full-time job. So, and of course I remembered you because I've been reading your blog for a while. So I wanted support of a group of women and a coach like that, and that's why I was attracted to CRP. I'd also been in a few other groups crazy about because they're really big, and I felt like I was disappearing, and I felt like I wasn't getting the information and the support I wanted. I'm like you, I'm an introvert, but I don't even know whether mine is even bigger than that because I still have a problem with like numbers. I feel like if there's so many people, I feel like this isn't working. I'm uncomfortable. I can't handle this.
Mm.
So I like the fact that CRP had a smaller number of people, and you seem to be, you know, um, giving attention to the people that were in the group. And so that's why I was attracted. And that's where I was before. And that's why I was attracted to CRP.
Okay. So you were kind of having a hard time finding the right support that kind of
Yes.
even fit your personality as an
Yeah.
introvert online.
Yeah. Because I've gone to like networking events in Lagos here. And each time, it's always like a long time between each one I go. Like if it's been a year, I'm thinking, maybe I should go to this networking event. Maybe it's going to be different. Maybe but then I go and I think, I don't want to be here. I just, I don't want to be here. And then they're always kind of big. And then the events they're not really like focused on people that are trying to build a business online. And then they don't seem to be, I just don't seem to get what I expect from them. So networking events like the ones I've been to in real life just don't seem to work for me. And so that's why I kept wanting something online. And then I found it. So
Awesome. So were there any other kind of like problems or challenges you were facing there in the beginning?
um I've well, it was always a case of how do I make money from my side hustle? How do I make money from a side hustle? So I had a blog. I still have a blog, but the first time my blog was only about travel. And so because I like doing that. And so I did that for a long time. And in my second year, I got paid to do like a series of posts about a tourist destination in Nigeria. And so for me, then it was a big sum of money, particularly since it came 2 years after I started the business. But then I started getting tired of writing about travel, or maybe I wasn't traveling as much anymore. And I couldn't find a way to make consistent income from that, So I was searching for something. I didn't know what I was searching for. I just kept reading stuff online and just hoping and hoping that something would happen. And I had no idea what to do really. But then I got married. Then, well, strangely enough, after I got married, I had more time on my hands for some strange reason I can't explain. Usually when people get married, they have less time.
Yeah.
So I had more time, yes. I had more time. And so I wanted to write a book. So I asked friends what they felt my book should be about. And then before then, I was interested. I had set up like a networking group actually one time for working women. And I'm really into career and stuff. So I thought people were going to say, oh, write about careers. But they were like, oh, no, write about love or write a romance novel or stuff like that. Like I asked 10 of my friends and 9 said that. And I was like, wow. First of all, it told me what they were interested in.
Yeah.
And it also told me how they saw me. I don't even know how come they saw me like that. I didn't understand it. So I wrote a little book about being a single woman in your 30s in Lagos, which is an experience I had. And my brother talked about it on his Facebook profile. So people bought it, and I was so shocked. I'm like, I can't even believe it. I can't believe that people. So I was thinking, okay, maybe because of my brother's friends. So when that happened, I thought, okay, maybe this is the direction I'm supposed to go in. Maybe I'm supposed to be talking about love and relationships, because this is very important to women all over the world, but it's very important to women in Nigeria, particularly of a certain age. And so I started, and then I started getting encouragement. People would write in and people would tell me their problems, and people would say, how do you do this and how do you do that? I was like, apparently this is the segment I'm supposed to be in.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
awesome.
yes, I was really happy doing that. But then I came up against that same wall of how do I make money from this? I learned that I could make money from my writing, like writing retail ebooks, but I wasn't making enough to confidently leave my job. So I now started thinking, okay, I really need to be doing courses. And so I started looking into that, and I took a course on how to make courses and things like that. So that's the stage I'm at now. I'm still trying to think, how do I make money from this? And also how not to be demotivated because, okay, I launched a course and it didn't do that well. Okay, how do I keep going after this? I think those are my problems now, it's just like, I guess it's like confidence issues in a way, you could call it that. Reassurance that I'm on the right path. How do I make enough money for me to leave my day job, and then staying motivated when things don't turn out the way I wanted them to. So I think
Exactly.
those 3 things, if I could remember and write them down, I think those are
Yeah. Well, we'll record this so you can watch it. But I think
okay,
you're
cool.
onto something because we have these successes, but then we start, it's almost like you have to build up again, and you create something new and something might not work. And so you have to kind of tweak and change. But I love that you were listening to your market too, and you were listening to what they need as well. So how did you kind of come across CRP and our materials? I know you said you were reading the blog for a while.
Yeah, I was reading your blog a long time ago. I probably soon after you started, because I was really into career then. I still am, but so I don't know how I happened upon your blog, but I did. And so I used to read it once in a while. And then I remember that around that time you were doing the 4x4 networking challenge.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
you've been
that was a
reading
long
for
time
a while. We love you.
ago. So I was doing that, and I was thinking, she's doing this, there's no way in hell I'm going to do any 4x4 networking anything. So I was thinking, it's totally different for me. So I remember I was reading your blog then, but then I started reading other things, and but somehow I still always knew what you were doing. I don't know, perhaps I was following you on Twitter or Facebook or something. I don't know. I know that I don't know how it happened, but I know that I didn't read your blog for like maybe a year or something. And then I think that's what I used to do. I think I would just check once in a while. And so
Mhm.
one time I checked and your blog had rebranded.
Oh
It was
yeah.
now like pink and stuff. I was like, it's different now. And I was like focused on like career and stuff. And by the time you had courses, you had the launch your career launch pad, something, dream
Dream
career
career
launch
launchpad.
pad.
Mhm.
And then I was like, she's different now. She's gone like haywire. This is crazy, you know. So then I started reading, and then I paid for a course. I think it was Dream Career Launchpad. So I paid for something then. So I was like, okay, she's definitely gone different, and then I think this will help. So and then after that, I think I stayed connected. Maybe I was following you on Instagram, but I know that one day I opened Instagram or Twitter, and I saw join corporate rescue plan for $1. It's a membership site or something like that. And I'm thinking, $1. How is she doing this? And then I went and read about what it was about, and like, and then at the end, I remember you saying, well, if you don't like it, you know, you can send an email and say you don't want it, and it's just $1 for 30 days. But that you're really, really confident that after 30 days, the person wants to stay, and I'm like, you right, there's no way in hell I'm staying. I'm paying that $1 and I'm leaving. And so I paid. So really, that's how I came across it. You know, I'd been reading your blog for years, and then I paid for that first course, and then somehow I saw that email that said get into CRP for $1, and so I paid the $1, and then when I like reading. I really like reading. I saw like this a ton of content. I'm like, and because I'm a blogger and writer, and I saw the content, I'm like, this took her ages. All this, I mean, there was like 30 modules or something. I was like, how did she? This is work. And I wrote an email. I wrote something on Facebook. I think maybe the day I joined or the day after, and I was
Yeah.
like, I cannot believe the amount of content in here. You know. So and after that, I still kept thinking, I'm leaving after a month. I'm leaving after a month. But then, because you were often replying people's questions and comments, I got the impression that you were there a lot. And I got the impression that, okay, I could ask a question and get an answer from you. And that is what I've been looking for. Perhaps I've been looking for attention,
Mhm.
results. And I saw that I could get it there. And so I'm like, let me just stay here. And then I felt like it was even the same price of other courses that will end in 6 weeks. I think that I'm like, this is a year, $350. Let me just do it. I bought a pair of shoes for that before, let me just
Yeah.
do that. That's how it happened.
Awesome. And what did you think when you first, well, you kind of said what you thought when you first got in, but did you start following the modules? Like what was kind of like the first thing you did?
Yeah, the first thing I did, I downloaded everything. Then I started following the modules. I read everything. I don't know how long it took me, but I did. But now, actually, what I'm doing is, no, actually, what I did was I watched everything. And so now I'm reading different things in it. So I watched everything, and I looked at the workbooks and things like that, and I read some of the things. So now I'm going in and specifically reading things I didn't read before. So it's a bit like going over the same thing, because a lot of the modules contain things that were in the videos. So when I'm reading, I'm thinking, oh, I remember that she said that in that video and things like that. So that's what I'm doing right now, really. I've watched all the videos.
And what comes to mind first as far as like what you learned like the most or in the very beginning that really helped you?
Wow, I knew that there was something that stood out for me, but I can't remember what it was. But I know that I had taken a course from somebody else on how to make courses. But I think there was something in one of your videos, I don't know what it was, that gave me the confidence to actually start preparing my course. I really can't remember what it was. I don't know whether it was sheer volume of the things that you had. Maybe it was, I don't know what module it was in particular, but I definitely got the confidence to develop a course, from watching those videos.
And I
And
think that's a good point too, because it's like everything all together just started building your confidence up too. It wasn't like one thing.
yeah, because it's really support that I needed, and I got that there. And then I think maybe, I remember the super tip. I think I got that from you. Because then I was really thinking about Instagram, and I was just tired. I'm thinking, I just want to grow my Instagram. I just, And then I saw a tip somewhere. I can't remember. I don't even think it was in the mood. Maybe you said it in your Instagram. I don't remember. But you said, every day, like 3 people's pictures. No, like I think you said like 6 people's pictures, 3 pictures from 6 people, and leave a comment on each one. And I said, oh, 6 people is not, it's too much for me. I'm going to do 3 people. I'll like 3 of their pictures and leave one comment. And I said I was going to do it every day for a month. I think I did it in June.
Nice.
So I did that, and really, I wish I had the figures. If I had my laptop here, I'd probably check. But there was a definite growth. I think I gained like maybe 30 or 100 or something followers by the end of that month. And I'm like, this is like magic. I can't even believe it didn't work. But it was tedious though. I mean, I actually had to set a reminder on my phone.
Yeah.
Every day I set a reminder on my phone, go and do the Instagram exercise, go and do the Instagram exercise. But it works. And I'm like, oh my God. So this is how they do it. So you actually have to go in and like everybody. So that was definitely one tip I remember that I got from you. I'm like, okay, I think I should listen to her some more.
Well, you know what's interesting about that too is that it's networking on Instagram. And for introverts, that's something that's networking is always hard, but it's like the same sort of thing on Instagram. It's kind of like that online networking too. So I'm glad that how many followers did you say you got?
Maybe it was something, maybe between 30 and 100. I don't remember.
Awesome.
I
Very
remember
cool. And it's just gone up more and more. I know I've been following you guys.
Yes, I remember you also said that once you get to 500, the followers just start coming. And then that happened to when I got to 500. I was like, she's right. I just get followers now. As in, of course, it's not like up to 1,000 yet. It's about 600 or something. But I'm like, it's so much easier now. She was right. Yeah. She said just get to 500 and it gets easier. And I was like, oh.
Yes, that's awesome.
And I find it, maybe it's just, of course, it's different personalities, but I definitely prefer Instagram to Facebook. So because I really don't know about networking on Facebook, I'm thinking that's just a whole other story. But networking on Instagram is much easier. I didn't want to think of it as networking really. I guess that's what it is. I just feel like, oh, I'm just liking pictures and just leaving comments. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, you can't just put content out there. You have to go out there and like network and mingle and stuff like that too. So that's awesome. So what do you think life would be like in like 3 to 5 years if you had not made this commitment to CRP?
I think it would have taken me a longer time to get to where I am now. That's what would have happened, because I probably wouldn't have known about the Instagram thing, or maybe I would have seen it somewhere, but I might not have taken it seriously, So definitely it would have taken me longer to get there, and it would have taken me longer to build my confidence as well. Generally, it would have taken me longer to get to where I am if I hadn't done CRP.
So tell us more about kind of like where you are. Like what has happened? What are some of those results that you've seen?
Okay, I can't say.
I can brag about you if you don't want to. I have it ready.
I don't know where things have come from, but I do know that I've been interviewed twice on TV.
On TV?
The first one, I actively looked for the opportunity. But the second one, I was just sitting at my desk one day and an email just came in and said, oh, we'd like to interview you. And actually what happened was somebody had shared my Instagram post and he had seen the shared one. And then he now said, oh, he wanted to interview me. So that's how I got interviewed on TV. And
through the Instagram?
Yeah.
Very cool. So through that stuff you were doing.
Yes. Yes. Just talking about it now makes me realize, oh, that's how it happened. Like, so there was a point to the networking. It had a result, apart from just having followers. It directly led to this, which directly led to me selling more books. Because as soon as I finished that interview, I got sales. I think the sales even happened while I was being interviewed. So when I got off and I saw my phone, I saw that I had sold some books. So I was like, wow, the interviews work like magic too. Wow. So yes, I've gotten TV interviews. I finally launched my first course.
Yay!
I have to work on that. Yes. So I'm happy about that. I have to work on that. So those are the two major things I know have happened. And then my Instagram has really grown. Has grown to like 600 followers now. Before it was maybe 200, 300. So it's grown to 600 and something now. So I'm really happy about that. So those are the three
Awesome.
main things. Yeah.
Awesome. And what would you say are like the things that you're most proud of that have happened for you in your business?
Probably a TV interview.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the TV interview because it gave me more reach and it made some people take me more seriously. And I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. I'm the same person. The fact that I was on TV
Yeah.
doesn't mean that I'm more important now. It doesn't take me like I have a day job. And so as a result of the TV interview was put on some blogs, on a particular blog in Nigeria that's very popular. So more people saw it. So
Mm-hmm.
even though I didn't talk about it at work, some people came to me in the office and they were like, "Oh, we saw you on TV. Oh, we saw you on this blog." And so they seem to take me and my business more seriously. And I was just like, people are so fickle. I've been here since.
Yeah,
I just have
that's
I just
awesome.
happen to appear on TV. So that's probably my thing I'm most proud of because I feel like even though I worked, I feel like I didn't work for it. It just happened. But of course, we both know that I did work on the Instagram, which led
Mhm.
to the person meeting me and which led to the interview.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm proudest of.
Yeah. And I mean, what I'm proud of when I see it from my perspective too, is just like the impact that you're making too. Cause you've said, women in Nigeria, like this, there's not many people doing and talking about what you're doing too. And so I think it's just amazing the impact that you're making for the
Yeah,
women there too.
yeah. It's very strange because sometimes I actually Google, maybe I'm using the wrong terms, I don't know, but I actually Google sometimes and I'm like, okay, online love consultant or love coach or relationship expert, and there are not that many in Nigeria. The ones that I come across, they tend to do matchmaking and things like that. But people aren't really talking about giving women confidence when they're single, particularly in their 30s, which I think is so important because I was at that stage and I know how difficult it was.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised that there aren't more people doing this, but I don't
That's
well, I
why
don't know.
you're doing this.
Yeah,
We need you.
yeah. Because
Yeah.
it's something I wanted because when I was then in that position, I used to look for things to read online about women in my position, and I just saw things about women in like America or in the UK, and I'm thinking it's nice to read this kind of stuff, but they're not Nigerian. They don't know what it's like living here, and then
Mhm.
your mother is forever giving you clippings of things she's read in the newspaper about how if women don't have children by 32, they're not going to have children. Weird things like that. So I felt like these people didn't understand me like that, and then now I'm doing something like that, and I'm happy I'm doing that because it's what I wanted. It's kind of help I wanted when I was in that position.
Yeah. It's so cool too, because that as you increase your confidence, now you're in turn turning around to help other people, women in
Yeah,
Nigeria, increase their confidence and stuff too. So
yeah,
it just, it's amazing. Like when you talk about your whole journey of where you come from and so from my perspective too, I mean, like coming in as an introvert, you had a lot of objections being international, trying other programs, like, will this work for me? And just like watching you make the commitment, like make the decision and like dive in and be active in the Facebook group and just really like push through, even though there were all these obstacles that you were facing to launch your course, to like, I've been on TV too, and that is not easy for us introverts, for anyone. Like, it
yeah,
is very nerve wracking. So the fact that you've done that twice in just a few, short months that we've been with you in CRP is just amazing to watch your journey too. So do you have any like last words of wisdom for the women that are watching this?
uh, if I did, it would be, to not to give up, really, because I knew that there was something I wanted. I knew I wanted some kind of support. I knew I wanted some kind of help. I knew that there was more, but I couldn't even put into words what it was I wanted. But I found it. So if it's if I was to give advice, it would be never give up. And then you need support, so find the kind of support that you're looking for. And if you're a woman interested in career and you want to build your business, then CRP is a good place to start doing that. I think those are the my last words if I had any.
Awesome. And share, what's your Instagram so everyone can come give you more followers.
Yes. So my Instagram is Lape Soetan. I'll spell that out. It's LapeSoetan.
Exactly. And that's where her website is too. So it's www.lapesoetan.com. And she's the love coach. So share a little bit about like, what's your, like, you help women find love. Is that kind of what you do at your website?
Well, yes. My website, I help women find love and I help them improve their relationships. I particularly focused on women who are single in their 30s because I know that they've endured a lot, and I know that the confidence can be low at that point in time. And so I step in and I help them find ways to attract the kind of love they want in ways that are easy and don't feel strange, and don't make them feel like, oh, I have to go on 50 dates a week to find the person. So I have like easy I have easy tools to help them find the love that they want. And I help women improve their relationships too, because it's not just about finding that love, you have to maintain it. And the way women see relationships is different from the way men see relationships. And I help them find that balance. And so that's what I do with my website. So I offer coaching to women in that regard, and I also have ebooks on those topics as well. And the ebooks, people seem to like the ebooks, so they're like a little bite-sized form of me and my coaching. So that's cool.
Awesome. Look at you. Look, I mean, just you're so like confident just saying that too. So I know that there's only amazing things ahead for you too, Lape. So thanks for joining us, and we will see you inside our CRP Facebook group for all the amazing things you're going to be doing in the future too.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.